Alright, so we've been doing a bit of a once over on the GU, but we have arrived at the direction. GU's actually parked in here after the inspection for starting the transfer. On the other side here, we've got the GQ. We've had a clean up of the engine bay.
Welcome back to Dodgy Garage, legends. We're back at Dodgy Outside Garage today.
Very dodgy. Just unboxing some goodies from our friends at Patrol Part Navara Part. Oh, missed a bit. So first mission on the GQ build. Fresh set of genuine body mounts. So partway through the strip out, battery's out, the harness is disconnected, radiator's out, and just starting to get the hot side out at the moment. So I've got one part of the exhaust manifold out, the other one's loose, and then yeah, it's just really power steering, aircon to deal with, and then yeah, a few bolts back onto the auto and ready to pluck her out. Probably the worst bolts to get to. Little cable tie around it, pluck it up, hook it on there, and with a few extensions in through the selector hole.
So what are we doing here, Chris? We're pulling the
Starter motor off.
starter motor removal 101.
Got it in there now, I can't get it out.
Oh no, it's not.
It's looks like a freshie. It's always nice when you pull off a part and it's close
Well,
to new. Should show you the one off the TB. The TB got constant power and the
Oh, just spun.
just spun.
How's your flywheel going?
Yeah, that was knackered.
Yeah.
Other goodies that arrived today. I haven't even seen this one yet. Fresh packaging, these stickers. In here we've got the dash surround for the IC7 Haltech dash. Right, so here's the GQ dash surround for the IC7 Haltech, and this should just drop straight in there. Something like that. And that'll be the new dash for the GQ.
So what are you replacing? So the driveline in terms of, so obviously the motor.
So staying with the RE4 and the GQ, the RE5 stays in here.
We're talking transmissions.
Yeah,
gearbox.
the auto.
You'll stick with the transfer case that's connected to this one. Yeah.
No, so transfer that's in running 4.6s in the diffs on that one,
Yeah.
so that will stay. Yeah, same transfer. So really, driveline was pretty much going to stay the same. It's just the engine that's coming out of this, and the auto's going to get manualised. So I've got a manual valve body for that. So here we go. We're all hooked up. I think we've got everything off. Engine mounts are undone. Bell housing bolts are out. All the fluid, all the lines are disconnected. So I think we're ready for liftoff. I sit out outside, dark. I think it's supposed to be like -3 tonight, so it's a bit fresh out here. A few torches on the go. All right, we'll see how we go.
So today we're going to attempt to pull this out of the GU. We've got the expert mechanic Chris having a crack, and I'm supervising. So we're off and running. Lunchtime. What do you got going on there? So we'll have a break and
Bit of leftover Indian.
we'll come back after this bloke here's fed his face. Bon appetit. Alright, so we're back at it after a feed of Indian.
I don't reckon these are going to do anything, Des.
No, I don't think so. I really don't. When in doubt, pull them out, right?
Just picked up the header core back. Did a quick inspection, pressure test. Make sure it's all good before we start putting the dash back in. Now, the last thing you want to do is put it all back together and find you've got to pull it all apart because you've got a leak. There was no signs beforehand, but just thought it was worthwhile double checking, save the trouble down the track. But yeah, it's got the thumbs up, and yeah, all looking good, ready to go back in. So a bit of a clean out. We need to pick up a bit of foam tape just to seal up around the edges that goes back in, because when it was cleaned, all that's come off. But yeah, other than that, she's good to go.
I was going to ask you, Chris, are we doing it the generic Dodgy Garage 4x4 way? Are we just chucking bolts in a big box and just going to sort through it at the end and just try and work out where they go back in, or do we actually bag them up and tag them?
I've actually got two of everything. I've got the engine bolts from the last one, the engine bolts from this one.
Well, there you go. So
excess.
So you got twice as much chance of finding the right bolts.
Exactly. They're like time capsules. The weekends. This is one weekend. The next weekend.
Oh, you date them.
They're not dated. It's just how it's worked out.
In fact, this here's, did you say it was the crank angle sensor? No.
Cam angle.
Cam angle. Is that such a thing? Cam angle sensor? Go on. What's this bad boy here that's runs out of the block here? Do you know what that is?
No, I'm not too sure what that one is.
That's unknown. So we just know which plug that goes back on there. I guess that's all that matters.
I've got to rewire the whole lot anyway, so.
Because you've got the Haltech loom going on this, right? So Are they quite a common thing, the Haltech looms for these?
They used to do a plug and play.
What's the reason you're putting the Haltech loom in there? Why is that?
So I need a different ECU for the car.
Yeah. Do you actually know why?
I don't know why. It sounded like a good idea at the time.
Right, so the whole reason you got the Haltech, what are you going to put a sticker on the back?
Quick pick up from Wholesale Automatics on the way home from work today. In here, open her up. Got the manual valve body conversion for the RE4. Supposedly quite easy to do. A new seal. So yeah, that's the plan. It's the Honda TB48 will be the manualised auto. We're going to get the book out.
Oh, look out, we're going for the book, going for the operator's manual. So, yeah, we did pull that plate off, and it is just some sort of inspection plate. Taking a little bit of time to get this out, because we are dodgy, and that also being said, we are novices. So what are we doing here, Chris? Are we consulting a real mechanic?
Yeah, consulting a real mechanic on YouTube.
Ah, YouTube, there you go. These videos are instructional. This is what not to do.
Flanges off.
Yeah, so the engine mount, there's a nut off there, but that's where it's separated down there. Okay.
Yeah. Those little shocks, I'm going to have to knock those forward too so I can come forward.
These things?
Yeah, a little engine dampness. Yeah.
Is that for all the torque?
All the torque, neck snapping torque. A couple $100 too, these little shocks. Mini oil filter, but yeah, supposedly that above it's like an oil cooler, but I've been told just to piss that off.
So, speaking of torque, mate, I reckon I could use my fingers. Alright, you're going to need something bigger than that little baby to get that off.
This is actually what neck snapping power does.
Yeah, it looks like it. So we're making progress. We've got it all separated now. Just needed a bit of manipulation. Popped off the other side quite significantly. This side, it just seems to be catching here a little bit. So we've just decided it's just going to come out as is. We don't need the torque converter. Well,
we may not. I don't know.
Oh, we don't need the torque converter, so we're just going to. We think this is the way it came out last time. So we're just going to play this one by ear. Okay, and I'm on the tools. Look at this bad boy here. That's good for breaking into shit.
That's for our second job.
Yeah, no, the comment section. Look at these amateurs.
The old King's Gazebo was given up a long time ago. It's looking very sad, not much coverage. It is not the best weather to be working outside. What's that, Rooks? Hey? What's that? You get it. You get it. Hey? Hey? Weather's not real great outside, so we're squeezed into the little shed, cleaning up a few parts, alternator, a few bracket, idler pulley, starter motor, a few bits and pieces there.
It's just not going to happen. No. Yeah, I just worry about that input shaft. So we've gone with the old ratchet strap jobby just to sort of wrench it forward and move it. No, not dodgy. So you heard it here first, folks. So this bloke here has promised a snow trip. So
coming out later this year.
Oh, and they'll be rushing to watch that too.
Yeah.
Like all the other snow trips we've put out. And they'll be liking it, and they'll be commenting on it.
Lots of comments.
Oh, it'll be prolific. Anyway, you heard it here first. He's promised a snow trip, so I'm going to hold him to it. I've actually told my kids as well. So we're on like Donkey Kong. So we're just going to jack the car up, and we're going to take the wheels off and then just let the car back down to see if we've got enough clearance to get this back over. Here's the empty engine bay. Here's the engine, she's out. Ready to be transplanted into the CRJ.
CJ.
CJR. Too many acronyms. CJRGQ. See?
That's the one.
It's almost like some sort of pride thing. Not there's anything wrong with that.
So we're outside again tonight. Not too fresh, but we are giving the motor a bit of a clean up while it's out, so we can get to everything, give it a good clean scrub, because it'll probably never ever happen again. Be a one-time deal, so hopefully it goes in and be in there for a long time. So taking the opportunity to get in all those spots that you can't normally get into. Got both the inlet and outlet side of the motor off, and most of the bolt-on stuff is off, so we can get in there. It's actually come up reasonably well. We used a bit of chemical to do the yellow bits, and just the old wire wheel on the block. Still a bit more to go, but we're slowly chipping away. Yeah, so this is what we've opted to use. To be honest, not too sure why I chose this over anything else, but it was in the Bunnings closest to me, and that's what I picked up. So, but,